What's going on?
Just admiring the trophy.
Fridays.
We're mixing it up.
Yeah, we are. We are mixing this thing up. Hope you guys are excited to join us on the Fridays. We're going to cover stuff all around the league, stuff that's been happening here at the Star as well. You guys like the feel of it?
I like it.
Pumped that we're sitting down right now.
Roundtable
discussion. Coffee?
It's
Coffee.
really nice to
Ready to
sit.
go.
Let's just talk about yesterday. We talked to everybody we knew. Was that one of the most bizarre press conferences with Jerry Jones and a contract that you've ever seen?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, a lot of jokes being tossed back and forth. I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool press conference.
It was good to laugh.
I pride myself on being prepared for anything with this team, but I wasn't prepared for Jerry to break out a new line of merchandise at Zeke's contract extension.
Jerry, everything he touches turns to gold. He can just make anything into money. It is a true talent. I cannot believe it because those shirts, except all of those proceeds going to the Salvation Army.
For a good cause, baby. Doing the most good.
Doing the most good, Ezekiel.
And he's the ultimate businessman.
Tell them what you told me yesterday.
What did I tell you?
You were thinking about trademarking Zeke who?
Yeah, and it's already trademarked now by Jerry Jones and the PR staff here. They're brilliant, and I love that they jump out in front of the questions. Hey, is there still any awkwardness in the room? Like, nope, it's done. We made a T-shirt about it, by the way. It's all fun and games. So,
yeah.
Just for a little refresher, if you didn't go back and watch the whole press conference, I highly recommend that you do so. But here is a little refresher from yesterday if you need one.
I was trying.
But the facts are that this is a milestone contract, but more importantly, it's with a milestone person and player for the organization of the Dallas Cowboys. We can take this thing to the house with him as the running back. We've always known that. I know there's no doubt in the world of sport, especially anybody that keeps up with NFL football, that I'll go the mat with Zeke.
You know, as it turns out, as I said, these things can happen. Zeke's sitting up here smiling, and we're able to, we were able to do a contract that we can put, which I know Zeke wants, teammates around him that can help us ultimately win a championship.
Well, I just first want to thank the Joneses for, giving me the opportunity. First of all, drafting me, bringing me here, and then, signing me so that I can remain here for the rest of my career. And I'm just really excited about this team. I'm really excited about, what we're going to do.
As is customary, we take shots with the jersey or take shots. I want to present Zeke his new jersey that I want him to wear. If you'll stand up, Zeke. Zeke who? Here he is. Zeke who? And then if you will help me turn around, that's it.
So again,
I want to stand up for my media brethren for a sec because Zeke barely talked at his own press conference for his extension, but he talked to the media on Wednesday. So it's not that we didn't have anything to ask the guy. He just already asked it all. I just want to say that because people were asking me Zeke barely talked at his own press conference.
Oh yeah, he already addressed everything, and he was very clear that he wanted to be back here by week 1. That was circled on the calendar. Jerry emphasized that yesterday as well. So hopefully Friday's good practice.
Hopefully it's a chill day here. We need a chill day here.
We need a chill month. No, that's not going to happen.
The NFL actually started last night. I know it was so chill that you guys probably didn't even remember. Packers, Bears. Raise your hand if you dozed off at all during the game.
Guys, is September the new August here in the NFL? Because it felt like preseason football all over again. And that's the thing, when these guys are not participating in preseason football, you are going to see what happened last night. Even Aaron Rodgers, who people think is the GOAT, had a slow start.
It was.
Let's take roll the highlights. If anybody wants to see them, we have some highlights.
What highlights?
This is Aaron Rodgers needing to maybe play in the preseason.
Exactly, Lindsay.
The defensive line.
I'm going to say, to be fair, it's a hell of a defense he's going against.
But that's the point, is that Mitchell Trubisky needs not to just throw away this generational defense.
It's true. I mean, they only need to win like 17. They only need to score 17 points to win most of their games, but they scored 3.
Do you think
3
Trubisky
points.
can be that guy? for the
Not
Bears,
really.
though?
Not really.
I don't either.
No.
He made a couple good throws last night.
The Bears traded up to get this guy over Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
I mean,
That's gonna plague
There's a
them.
little Rodgers action here.
he showed
Oh,
glimpses
boy.
of why he has the talent that he has.
This is actually early second quarter is when I got home from the grocery store last night. This happens every
for you,
year.
David.
Every year on Thursday night when the season starts, I'm like, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. The season's starting. It's the first game. And I'm like running through the grocery store trying to get home, and I got home and it was
Your
just
excitement's through
Dave.
the roof. You plan your whole night around
right.
Thursday night.
I sat down with the beer and was like, why was I in a rush? This is terrible.
You know why I was so mad, Dave? I
Why?
had Aaron Jones on my fantasy team.
How many?
You know
how many
what
points?
he did?
How many points?
A total of 4 points on my fantasy team. So Aaron Jones, I know this was a hard defense to go against. I'll give you that. But you better score more points.
I'll tell him. Taylor Stern is very upset with you,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, I'm sure he's feeling.
That was a nice play.
That was a great
and
play.
And he used to play for them.
Adrian Amos, who
The
came
whole
over
team.
from the Bears, that probably feels pretty good.
All right.
I had to feel amazing.
That's pretty much what you get right here. Yeah, pow.
Your boy Trubisky.
Ouchie, ouch, ouch.
Nothing.
That's what you're looking at.
I swear, if the Cowboys game is that boring, I'm gonna lose my
I
mind.
will not be surprised if it is, though.
Ooh, okay, well,
There will be more than one.
Right.
There will be more than one touchdown.
Surprised.
There will be more than one.
oh, jeez.
The drama, though.
Bold predictions.
The drama, though. I'm telling you, this year has already been so
Oh.
dramatic.
It's unbelievable.
It has.
Antonio Brown, what is going on? I saw Stacey Dales ran into Drew Rosenhaus on the sideline last night and asked him questions like checking in. Is he okay? Is he mentally stable? And he said, yeah, it's great. He's going to go on to do great things in his career. But do we believe it?
I've never heard anything like this. I mean, first the guy he's in the cryo chamber with no socks on. You burn your feet up. Then you don't like the helmet, not because, it just doesn't look good on you. That's your reasoning
that's
for
it, right?
It just doesn't look good.
Barry, you just said that you've never heard something like this.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone here has heard something like this, and that's Des Bryant.
Oh.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up right now.
You're gonna make him air.
The
Des to
only
AB.
reason
That's what
I'm
she's
bringing
doing,
that
yes.
up right
Okay.
now
Okay.
is the sense that these dramatic wide receivers, it never ends well.
Oh, man.
It never ends well.
I mean, they were threatening suspension
Yes.
from their own
that's
team.
And when we hear about these things that are happening internally, it's not going to end well.
Do y'all want to hear my theory?
Let's see. Let's go.
I think maybe Antonio Brown made like a deal with the devil that he would be the best wide receiver in football, but only if he wore that helmet. Like only that helmet. It's like you gotta wear that helmet and you'll be the best. If you don't, then you're just a guy. And
And
so
you
he's
have to
freaking
bleach your
out.
eyebrows.
He's freaking out. He's like, if I can't wear my helmet, I'm nothing.
If this is going.
That's more believable than some of the stuff he's been doing the last month.
We got a couple tweets on this. Barry, if this is happening in your locker room, do you laugh? Do you look away and act like it's not happening? What do you do?
No, you got to address it now. I mean, it's got to the point where it's trickling into the regular season now. I mean, it's affecting the wins. I mean, he's one of the most dynamic receivers in the game. And if he's not out there with you, I mean, it takes a toll on your team. So,
I mean,
if I'm,
Derek Carr's doing the best he can.
you got to do something. And it's hard though when you're younger, like Derek Carr, and you got a veteran receiver who's pretty much proven in this league. I mean, it's hard to go up there and tell him something, but somebody got to say something.
Derek Carr got unfollowed by Antonio Brown yesterday.
No.
On
He
Instagram.
did?
Yes, that is where we're at.
Why?
That is where we are
Why?
at. And we just talk about how our locker room is different now? Because yesterday, and I'm sure you two saw it, Amari Cooper was actually playing chess
Yeah, he
with
does
Cheeto
that.
in the locker.
He was.
was playing
Cowboys won
chess
Sorry,
with
Raiders.
Cheeto.
Sorry, guys.
We didn't have drama with Amari Cooper yesterday. He wasn't trying to get involved in the media. He was playing chess.
So refreshingly just real and, I don't know, different than any receiver you typically
In
see.
a contract year, and he's still just kind of just chill.
Mellow.
What did
Get
he
this
tell? What did he say? Like, I don't even think about it. I don't
He's basically
care.
just like, yeah, like it'll happen. He actually, and he's right. I'm not, and guys who are going after money, there's nothing wrong with that. Like maximize your value. But he was like, I mean, I'm playing on a $14 million salary anyway, so like, who cares? And I was like, you are the first football player to ever say that. So good for you, Amari.
Yeah. What are we thinking about production-wise from Amari? Just the little bit we saw in practice looked normal, but I mean, it's hard to know when you miss the preseason because of pain in your foot.
I'm a little nervous. I mean, he didn't have one. He practiced maybe 4 times the whole all of training
Right.
camp. So
Good point.
going to take some adjusting to. I'm not worried about him. He's a Pro Bowler. I think he'll be fine in the long run. But going back to the point about the Packers and the Bears, Sunday could be a little sloppy.
Just a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Timing might be off.
We
just a
didn't
little bit.
have him at the beginning of the season last year, so I'm okay if it's a little bit of a
Start slow. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that makes sense.
But game 2, get into
All
it,
right,
please.
let's take a quick break from the studio. When we come back, we've got our boldies. Don't think we forgot about our bold predictions.
Oldies.
They
We'll get
still
to that
here.
and our Friday feeling for the Giants coming to town right after this.
We're watching Cover 4! Go Cowboys!
Zeke getting fed right here. It's his time of the game to close it out.
Here's Prescott keeping for the touchdown. Caught at the 40, running away. This is amazing. Clay Cooper. How about this now?
This isn't even fake laughter. This isn't fake. This is
Not, you can't fake this Friday feeling that we all
Chemistry that
have.
we already have, y'all.
I love the show. I love the things you see on Twitter. I don't know how it's still free, but it is. I hope they never
God.
change it.
Oh,
Dave, can you lead us into your Friday feeling? It can be from the week before. It can be about the game.
No, my Friday feeling is this. It's coffee. This has been honest, even by Cowboy standards. This has been
bless.
the craziest week that I can remember. Honestly, like with the 2 days in a row, 6 o'clock contract breaks. Yeah, that's me, Sylvester the Cat. I'm tweaking. If I smoked, I would be smoking cigs. I've had like 18 cups of coffee in the last 48 hours. You got contract extensions. You got practice. We're doing podcasts. We're doing the new season of Cover 4. I'm tweaking, and I'm ready for some football. That's how I feel.
We went to the coffee thing. We have this
bless.
really awesome coffee machine here after Zeke's press conference, and Dave is like doubling down
Full
on the espresso
full
all of
caffeine
yesterday.
The
intake.
line is just around the corner.
Yeah, it's insane. Taylor, what's your Friday feeling?
Oh, I am the ultimate yes guy.
You love
Is
it?
that's you? Okay.
I loved it because as we started this
You're in a
show,
Tebow jersey? Okay.
we're going there. We're going Tebow
All right.
all the way. We started this week. We just talked about how crazy Jerry Jones can be, but he is so smart and so genius. And yes, he does it again. Ezekiel Elliott will be at AT&T Stadium on Sunday. Just one more time for me, Jerry. I'm
Hey,
so proud.
Do the fist bump again.
Yes.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
yes time. Barry, it's your first Friday feeling with us?
First Friday feeling. It feels great. Just to be on the show for once on Friday. But here we go. But my meme is it kind of works. It works two ways.
Okay.
At first, it's me at the beginning of the week.
Yes.
I was nervous. Zeke might not get his deal done. I'm the one that said he wasn't going to be here for the first 3 games. Completely
did.
wrong. I was nervous about the whole situation. But now it works the second way is Zeke's back. He's signed his contract, and now we got opposing defenders nervous about tackling him.
That's the
okay.
Giants.
Okay.
I can attest to this. I've done it before. I mean, tackling him is no rat in the park, and it's painful. So, so I know they're not looking forward to it.
Cowboys probably feel the same way about Saquon, though. Like,
It's
both
true.
teams are probably preparing the exact same way.
It's true.
My Friday feeling, yeah.
What do you got, Lindsay?
It was a lot. Let's just go with this.
This is so
I'm just
good.
smiling through the pain of running every direction up and down the hallway, trying to chase this news, cover this team. But the good thing is it was all good news.
Positive.
That's a good point. It's not
It could
always
be
the
terrible.
case.
It's not always the case.
That's true.
And it's
All I'm
really
saying
not
is, I'm a big Parks and Rec fan. Leslie Knope is hungover during that scene. So what are you trying to tell me?
fun. And I'm dying.
What are you trying to tell me, Liz?
I don't
You
know,
know,
Dave.
Liz.
I'm hungover from that snooze fest last night. Let's go into our boldies. This is what we do, Barry, when we have our major bold predictions for the weekend. And if you're right on them, we will praise you next week.
Okay.
It's
So
true.
be right.
I thought
So
it was
be right.
Baldies for a second. I'm like, come on.
Not yet.
Boldies.
You just got here. We're going to save the ball jokes for later.
Okay, Dave, what do you got?
Okay, Zeke just got back. He's going to be on a snap count. I mean, I just don't envision him taking over this game. So I'm putting it on Dak. He's the supposed $40 million man, right? That's what we keep
That's
hearing.
what he's calling himself.
Time to play like it.
Self-proclaimed.
Time to play like it, Dak. I think he gets 3 passing touchdowns. He needs to grow as a passer if that contract is going to be worth it. He's been good, but he can be better.
Yep.
This is the start of that against a New York defense that doesn't do a lot for me.
Do you feel better about Dak going into year 4 after the preseason and maybe some practice throws that you saw?
Absolutely. I feel great. And, there's a lot of debate about his consistency, what he looked like in practice. He always turns it on at game time. He looked amazing in the preseason. I think he threw like 1 incompletion the entire preseason.
And it was a total miscommunication with Michael Gallup.
He looked
Very true.
He looked great. I think the offense is going to be fantastic.
Woo! It's exciting. Tay, what's your boldie?
Are you guys ready for something real bold here?
Yes.
Shall see.
Real bold. I got the Cowboys forcing 5 turnovers in this
my
game.
gosh.
5.
5 turnovers.
What's their pregame drink?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. The Hot Boys are going to be absolutely on fire, and all because of Eli Manning. He is still the quarterback for the New York Giants this weekend. And guys, since 2013, he has thrown 95 picks and fumbled 50 times since 2013.
Nice stat. right
Speaking
there.
of
Got this
2013,
stat.
I mean, it was
right.
that was a year
You
that
know.
we forced 6 turnovers that game against
You
Eli
did.
Manning.
You did.
So 5
Repeat.
is definitely it's there for the Cowboys.
It's there. And last year they got 20 takeaways, just 1 fewer than the Giants. So I think that the Cowboys come out.
That number needs to go up.
It really needs to go up. More
They come out
interceptions
hot.
this year, hopefully.
Oh,
Barry, what you got?
Speaking of interceptions, my bold prediction here is my guy Jeff Heath with a game-winning interception.
I love this because our
Yes.
fans, why do they try to they find reasons to be mad at Jeff Heath? And it's like, no,
No
he
need.
shows you every time why he's on this team.
He's a solid player. I mean, he knows the defense, smart guy. I mean, he's a leader back there for a reason. I mean, I don't know where all the hate's coming from, but he's going to get a late game interception.
listen,
I
what
will
what will
flip, I hope.
Dave tweet out when that happens?
Dave made this thing that's gone viral. It's a picture of Jeff Heath with like this major goat head on it.
The GOAT.
It was like
I love
blown
it.
up and brought to training camp this year, like
Yeah.
a big picture of it.
Jeff signed it.
Jeff signed it.
signed it.
You
I
gotta
love
show
it.
Barry
I
that.
love it.
I will.
I love it. The
My
GOAT
man
Heath.
just makes plays. That's all he does.
So you picked Dak Prescott to throw 3 touchdowns. Hopefully one of those goes to Blake Jarwin.
Yes.
That's my bold prediction.
I figured out why you love him so much.
Why?
He's from
He's
Oklahoma.
in Oklahoma. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that has
yeah.
nothing to do with
I
anything, Dave.
don't believe you.
No, I think out of nowhere, the Cowboys, kind of like Jeff Heath's situation, they take undrafted guys and all of a sudden they're really good staples for the team. So with Witten gone last year, I thought he came a long way. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed that Witten's back by any means, but it will be interesting to see if he can continue at the growth rate that he did last year. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic.
Cowboys
did well.
reporter
He will.
slams Jason Witten.
The last time he played
Any
New
Next
York
to
Giants.
we're not friends
No.
anymore.
The last time he played the New York Giants in
did have 3
December, he did
touchdowns.
something
3 tutties.
that Jason Witten never did. So,
Yeah,
3
in all
touchdowns.
fairness.
touchdowns
3 tubs.
last year in week 17, so I think he keeps rolling with that. And yesterday I was talking to Jarwin, Schultz, everyone. They're like, the things Witten can teach us in the film room, pre-snap things, little things that other guys do, we've already learned so much by having it
Absolutely.
back.
Great leader
Absolutely.
back there. Great
Can't
leader.
even imagine. All right, guys, what do you say? You like the
mean-
table?
I love the table.
I love it.
I love
I like
sitting at the
sitting.
table.
It's
Yeah.
way better.
We might try to do this more.
Because we have this trophy behind us that
Motivation.
maybe we might be on the road to.
Hopefully
road
it's
to
not
Yayo.
hopefully it's not a prop in February. That would be great.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
All right, guys, we will see you Monday right here again, actually. We're going to be back at the table.
Yes.
Hopefully
Oh.
talking about
Yes,
a
yes,
1-0
yes.
Cowboys team, 1-0 in the division as well.
We shall see.
Dave, Tay, Barry, and Linz. We'll see you guys then.